Hey guys, talking about a new coaching nutrition client I have, and that's something that I think most humans need to do because we are not taught how to eat properly. And a great book, Wired to Eat, talks about, Rob Wolf talks about how we are in this environment where we are set up to eat a lot more. Everything is trying to get us to eat more. It's ridiculously difficult to not eat all the things. So it takes a lot of understanding, science, habits, all these different concepts to be in a healthier state when it comes to food. And the part that I want to talk about here is, this is only my second call with this client, and looking at a food log, noticed a lot of very common eating French baguette, eating pastas, again, very common things. The way I look at food that I want to share with you guys is risk versus reward. So if something tastes delicious, which again, I love me a good French baguette, a banh mi sandwich on a French baguette. You know, I've been to Paris a few times, lucky enough to have been there, and delicious. And even if you're getting versions of that, not in Paris, still delicious. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I grew up with amazing Italian food, which is mostly pastas and a lot of breads. Bagels, pizza, all that stuff. I love it. I miss it. And from time to time, it is okay to allow that into our world, to enjoy it. However, risk reward, we need to measure how much risk there is, which again, I think, and I'm convinced with all the research I've done, with all the clients I've worked with, that eliminating things like gluten, and we can go down the rabbit hole on that, but eliminating something like that, or just the fact that that has risk around it, it's probably causing some inflammation in our system. It's a little difficult to measure, but we see it in acne, we see it in puffiness, in our faces, in our skin, all these different kind of things, and how we feel, look, feel, and perform are the ways we think about that. So there's risk associated with that. The best way to assess that is eliminate the thing 100%, and then try to reintroduce it and see the effects that has on you. Try to not change anything else. If you change too many things all at once, that's also problematic. So is there risk with breads? I think so. I'm pretty sure. There's some problems with gluten. The majority of us have problems with gluten. You cannot say definitively, even if you've done allergy testing, celiac testing, there's definitely a spectrum there. Subclinical would be the terms we use here, where you might have a reaction, but you're not necessarily like, you don't eat it and like, you blow up and you have to run to the bathroom or anything like that. So risk, again, is something we talk about. And then reward is another piece to it with things like breads, pastas. Again, the deliciousness is the reward, but that cannot drive our health. That cannot drive our longevity. If it brings you true happiness, fantastic. But, and again, if I go and visit New York, which we might be doing very soon, I will have some of that because it brings me significant joy. I love food, and I can psychoanalyze all of that, of why that brings me so much joy. But we should be doing that. We should, all jokes aside, like, we need to know what the reward is. But from a micronutrient standpoint, there could be fiber, there could be some benefit to some carbs within your day, depending on how active you are. But that all needs to be put into a conversation where, again, working one-on-one with a coach, like I'm talking about my client here, that needs to come together, okay? Those pieces need to fit. So as far as reward, breads, pastas, again, they tend not to bring a lot into the equation, and you can be getting fiber and carbohydrates from many other sources that do not have as much risk around them and might have even more benefit and reward in terms of, again, getting vitamins, minerals, nutrients. Even if it's iron fortified, that's what they try to sell us on, or whatever the mineral that they want to fortify things with. I think we're better off avoiding those things and having an understanding of why we are choosing to not eat the bread or not eat the pasta. As delicious as they are, I know they're delicious. They're designed to be delicious, but they're not helping your health. And anyway, without going down all the conspiracy theories, I'll leave you guys with that. Think about risk reward when it comes to decisions with food. It needs to be a conversation. If you're interested in any kind of nutritional coaching, fitness coaching, moving better, it is not this. It is not this. It is not this. But let me know. Shoot me a message. We can chat about it. I can direct you to somebody in person. If we're not in the same space, we can work online. I think it's vital. It's a great investment in your health. Talk to you next time. Get 1% better today.